And a year later, the child starts to respond to that name. Even now you see someone is trying to ask questions. You can't hold back. You can't help but respond. It starts. It evokes many sensations and so on. Try, I say to you honestly, try to be present. Don't try with your experience to intrude into someone else's. Don't interfere. Don't complicate your path. For this thing, it is like this. Don't try to describe, don't try to understand, don't try to ask questions. You'll just complicate everything. Don't resist in any way. Moreover, be without effort and realize. See how something in you wants to ask. See that it is not you. Then it will happen. See how something in you somehow feels, reacts to what I am saying. But it's not you, it has disappeared, and you exist always. The one who wants to ask. See that it's not you. You think you want to ask, but it is actually some I who has a question. I, with which you identify yourself, I will now tell about how it arose in you. But be attentive, be vigilant, and just be. Transcend the mind. All these phenomena are not you. You will have to transcend all these phenomena. You will have to transcend the mind. That is the name, and all his questions, and all his aspirations to understand something. You will surpass this. Disidentify with him. And that's it, and he will stop. There will be no one left who cares. The question and the answer to this question, because it is realized that it's a meaningless question. Whatever question you ask, whatever answer you get, it is not the truth. This needs to be considered. What? The truth is beyond words. Everything I describe you is knowledge. I'm now in direct experience, and you need to feel and enter it. Everything that is said is just pointers. It is far from the truth. But these pointers are just extremely precise. Using them, one can enter the experience, and it will know itself like the taste of food knows itself. When you sit on something, this feeling that you are sitting on something, beyond descriptions, but it knows itself. Definitely, each of you feels that you are sitting on something. He feels it. He cannot describe it. It is indescribable. But it knows itself. It does not need description. Be in presence. The most effective will be achieved by those who can simply be as present as possible. Just like this, just be. Sit comfortably and just be. And be aware of everything that is happening in you. Be aware of this specifical desire to move and scratch. Try not to react to it anyhow. Let it happen, but do not react to the desire to scratch. Surpass it. For it to stop controlling you, you will have to surpass it. Find the strength within to overcome all this. You must. For those who need it, of course. Thoughts may attack you. Why this? Why that? What is the meaning? All this nonsense. You'll have to surpass all this. Do not react. It must lose its power over you. Feelings, desires, thoughts, fears, all this. Movement. Sounds. Anything must lose its power over you. You must surpass all of it. You remain always just like the sky, untouched. It doesn't matter. A storm is happening inside you, snow is happening, or maybe fire, or whatever else is happening within you. You remain like the sky, untouched, in your unchanging state, for you are it. Please just do not identify yourself with all the phenomena that arise within you. They will lose their power over you and crumble. The body began to scream some name, and it began to respond to that name. It did not react, but after a year of screaming that name, it starts to respond and considers, absolute awareness considers that name. Do you see this? If they had shouted a different name, it would consider that it is a different name. You need to see why you think you have this name. It must be examined. Who even thinks that I have this name? So it drags itself into every new moment. It constantly says, I am Lara, I am Masha, I am this or that. It is formed very tightly in each person. But this is not true, this is not you. An orange is called an orange, but it is not one, it does not know itself as an orange. It is not an orange. And you are completely not that name that you consider yourself. But you paid attention to it. You paid a lot of your attention to that name. You paid so much attention that you believed. You consider yourself in that name. One and the same. It is so. There is nothing separate from you. But that doesn't mean you are this name and should identify yourself with it. And this needs to be reviewed. Further, all knowledge around the body was. Each of these bodies arose in one family or another, so to speak, in one place or another, under certain conditions. Something was being said around. The body did not choose what to hear. What was said was said. What happened, happened. In the way as it happened. And all this information that was seen, heard, felt, entered like an informational flow. And it is this that comes out in the form of speech and thoughts. We are such a receiver. The body is such a transmission receiver. Do you see this? This isn't you. This is what you paid attention to, but not you. You shouldn't associate yourself with this. You as attention are so absolute that for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, however many years, you paid attention to something and decided that you are this. This isn't true. You are not this. You exist before this, during and after. Always see this. The feeling that you are. Focus on it, on the feeling that you are. It exists during any thought, during every single phenomenon. Before and after. It is unchanging, and you need to shift there. For this you'll have to take everything off, what you are attached to step into presence. Here and now everything into pure presence. And then there is no one who carries all this with them, who knows all this. And so in this way, absolute consciousness in which phenomena arise, like attention. Attention is also not us. It is also a phenomenon and very subtle. It's within us. Even attention is within us. And through further we identified ourselves with our attention. And then, we as attention identified ourselves with the mind and took the form of the mind. And through the mind, we perceive all other phenomena. We always perceive one phenomena through another phenomena. It's just madness. We decided that here we are, here, until, and attention arose within us. We identified ourselves with attention, then we directed this attention to the mind, a personality formed. And that's it. Now this personality is the I thought. Here it is, the personality formed here. And now it thinks that it speaks. It has appropriated everything, in general. It has taken all, in general. And now it has attention with it also. And now it speaks, it sees, it hears, it feels, and also it moves. And so, this dichotomy arose. When there's an I and there's someone, when there's an I and there is a world. The feeling of separation, this is the ego. And in this way it arose. Fantastic. And now absolute consciousness has become the ego, also itself. It is so absolute that it can take any form, like water. And it feels itself as separate, but only to remember itself. And now we need to consider such a thing. And I remind you I am talking about the stages that this is how humanity is formed. Then it begins to grow at some point. It starts to hear about God or some situations, and that's it. And each of them ultimately, each of them becomes a seeker. That is,